The University of Wisconsin shocked the college football world earlier this season when they decided to fire their third winningest head coach in school history, Paul Chryst, after a 34-10 loss to Illinois at Camp Randall. As a lifelong Badger fan, when this news broke, my jaw hit the ground. I never expected the athletic department to make a move like this so early in the season. Things weren't great with Chryst, but this move showed the university wanted the program to take the next step. It has been almost 2 months since that decision was made, and the Badgers have yet to name a full-time head coach. So let's go over some of the possibilities. The University of Wisconsin will always have a special place in my heart. It is where I graduated college and the school I grew up watching as a child due to my grandparents going there as well. Madison is a special place, surrounded by 2 amazing lakes, and is a growing city with a capital like the one in Washington, D.C. Wisconsin has also seen some major football success over the past few decades since Barry Alvarez took over as head coach, and the program has been to 20 straight bowl games and just became bowl eligible for the 21st straight year in a row. They play in the Big Ten West, which is one of the weaker Power 5 divisions in the nation, and the Badgers have kind of run the West since its inception. The Badgers also ranked as the 9th winningest team from the 2010s. They're not a rebuilding program, they are just stuck in limbo, so it is an amazing job for any coach. I think the man who ends up getting the job in Madison is Jim Leonhard, and I think that's what our fan base wants. I don't think Wisconsin fires Paul Chryst when they do, and the way they do if Leonhard wasn't their guy. Some feel McIntosh pulled the trigger when he did because the Badgers didn't want to lose him to a school like Nebraska. Although he's only been a coach since 2016, Leonhard is thought of very highly for the work he's done as UW's defensive coordinator. He's turned down other jobs, including to be the defensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers, to stay in Madison. Going to the Iowa game, Wisconsin looked like a completely different team. The offense, though, during that game was ugly. And I mean ugly the last 2 weeks, but the defense is still playing amazing and is the reason the Badgers are bowl eligible. He even got the Badgers into Big Ten championship contention until the loss to Iowa. Leonhard lives and breathes everything it means to be a Badger. He was a walk-on turned All-American safety from Tony, Wisconsin. He spent 10 years in the NFL before returning to Madison and quickly making his way to the defensive coordinator position. Leonhard has had the Badgers defense ranked in the top 5 nationally in most statistical categories over his tenure and seems to be the clear-cut favorite to become the next head coach. He rallied a team that was dead in the water and kept his composure together after watching the man who hired him get fired. Jesse Temple writes, Leonhard has a brilliant football mind and is articulate in how he handles tough questions from reporters. He understands the culture of the Wisconsin program, and he's relatable to the players. His passion and energy appears to be contagious within the team. Just look at the way the group has responded to him when he's walked into the locker room following victories against Northwestern and Purdue. Drake's Jimmy Cooks blaring to players cheering as a mosh pit forms around the coach. That says something about how much Leonhard means to them. Leonhard is now 4-2 as an interim head coach and helped Wisconsin become bowl eligible for the 21st consecutive season. A task that never felt like a gimme, given the circumstances of the season. Leonhard feels like the right guy for the job, and if Leonhard does get the job, I don't think you see a major roster turnover like you did at other programs over the past few years. According to quarterback Graham Mertz, the guys love him, and he loves his players as well as Madison. He is also only 40 years old. Wisconsin may be making an announcement this weekend, but McIntosh did say he planned to have a thorough coaching search, so let's go over some other possible candidates. Lance Leipold may be the hottest name on the coaching carousel, coming off a great season at Kansas that saw the Jayhawks start out 5-0. He played and coached at Wisconsin Whitewater, winning 6 Division III national titles and had a record of 109-6 and is from Jefferson, Wisconsin. He also served as a graduate assistant under Barry Alvarez at Wisconsin from 1991 to 1993. He was able to turn a struggling Buffalo program around, taking them to 3 bowl games and winning 2 MAC East titles. He has since turned around the Kansas program, guiding them to bowl eligibility this season. Leipold is a proven head coach and knows how to build important relationships with Wisconsin high school coaches after coaching at Whitewater for so long. A veteran and experienced coaching candidate, Leipold makes sense on a number of levels as an offensive-minded coach who knows the state well and also spent time in Madison as a grad assistant. Now here's the problem. Leipold is on the older side and will likely be pursued by multiple programs during the carousel silly season. Leipold also has experience working at both Nebraska and Nebraska Omaha from 1994 to 2006 before becoming the head coach at Whitewater. Kansas has also struggled down the stretch, losing 5 of their last 6 games. There's also the possibility Leipold feels he has unfinished business at Kansas and may want to stay. Sean Lewis is considered a rising star in the coaching world and currently is the head coach of Kent State. He played at Wisconsin and was a big part of Dino Babers' offensive staff at Bowling Green and Syracuse. He coached the Golden Flashes to their first ever bowl win in 2019 and the program's second division title last year. After a brutal non-conference schedule, including making Georgia fans sweat in Athens, expectations were high for the Golden Flashes, but they would not live up to them, currently sitting at 4-7. He is currently only 36 and possesses a very strong offensive-based mind. His offense is, well, much different than what Wisconsin has historically run, which may be what McIntosh is looking for. If Leonard does get the job, Lewis may even be considered as the offensive coordinator. I don't see Wisconsin naming Lewis their head coach unless everything goes wrong with Leonard. Dave Doeren was the defensive coordinator at Wisconsin from 2006 to 2010 and is the current head coach at NC State. He currently has a 68-50 record as a Wolfpack head coach. He also led Northern Illinois to 2 MAC championships. The Wolfpack were expected to give Clemson a challenge this season, but have not lived up to expectation, sitting at 7-4 and 3-4 in conference. Doeren would not generate as much excitement as many of the other candidates, but he is an established option. If Doeren thinks he has hit a ceiling at NC State and the Badgers want an established head coach, he may be the right choice. I just don't see him coming to Madison right now. Dave Aranda is more of a dream scenario, and I would love to see him return to Madison, but like the next few candidates I'm about to mention, I just don't see it happening. Aranda basically turned the Badgers defense into what it is today from 2013 to 2015 before leaving for the same job at LSU. Aranda's name has come up for multiple head coaching jobs over the past few years, including LSU and USC, but he remained at Baylor. Aranda had a magical season last year and seems happy at Baylor after signing a contract extension earlier this season. While I would love to see Aranda return to Madison, I don't see him coming. This section starts my unrealistic section of coaching choices. Luke Fickell is another coach I don't think is a likely choice when it comes to who is working on the sideline in Madison next season. Anytime there's a major coaching opening or an opening in the Midwest, it feels like Fickell is linked to the job. If McIntosh is key on finding an experienced head coach, Fickell would be a top-of-the-line choice. Fickell has found plenty of success at Cincinnati since taking over there and is a strong recruiter. The former Ohio State assistant has turned down several major suitors during the past couple of seasons though, and he's gone on record about his preference to stay in Cincinnati. As a Badger fan, I would love to land Fickell, but I do not think it's realistic at all. Fickell has built something special at Cincinnati and has also made the college football playoffs there. With the Bearcats joining the Big 12, I don't see Fickell leaving anytime soon. Matt Campbell is the next coach I want to talk about, and is another unrealistic choice if I'm being honest. Campbell has turned Iowa State into a consistent winner over the years, with the Cyclones having one winning season during the 10-year period before Campbell got there. In 2020, he led the Cyclones to a program record 9 victories, and fits the mold of developing players that the Badgers have become known for. But is Campbell the coach that makes Wisconsin elite? To be completely honest, I don't think so. Along with that, does Campbell even want to leave Ames? His name has been connected to other jobs, including USC, in recent years, and it's hard not to wonder if perhaps Iowa State has hit a bit of a ceiling. Wisconsin is a better job. But would Campbell make the move if the Badgers came calling? Personally, I don't think it fits, and I think Campbell is back in Ames come next season. Matt Rule is the most unrealistic choice of all the coaches I have mentioned, and I almost did not even include him on the list. If the Badgers were to land Rule though, I think he could take the program to the next level. He turned around both Temple and Baylor and knows how to develop relationships with high school coaches and can recruit. While Wisconsin is not in a rebuild, it feels like a program in a weird purgatory area. Rule could build the Badgers into something special if the two sides were interested. The issue is, he will be pursued by every college program looking for a new head coach, and Rule may want to break from coaching. What do you think? Who will be Wisconsin's next head coach? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching. I couldn't be more thankful for y'all. You guys make this possible for me. And as always, remember to embrace the grind.